in the United States. And anyway, I'm your host and stroke survivor, Jerry Wald, and welcome to Let's Talk Stroke. Um, for those of you that are new here, I started doing this show to bring awareness to stroke, TBI, aphasia, brain injury, and also to provide a platform for all survivors to share their stories, their journey from all across the world. So, and also bring on experts in brain health so they can share their knowledge for all of us so we can learn. So anyway, my guest this morning is all the way from, well, she's in France. But Alex, I don't want to mess this up, Alex, but the Decouvelaere, hopefully that's correct, but she had a stroke in 2011. So, but Alex will chat with us and we'll learn about her story. And so please ask questions, make comments, and also if you could, please subscribe to my YouTube channel called Let's Talk Stroke. So let's go ahead and we will get the show started. Alrighty, so good morning, you guys. Jerry, nice to see you. Marcy, Kevin, Marina, Yvonne, and let's go ahead and bring on Alex. Just good
Hello.
afternoon, or hey, good evening for you.
It is 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Getting close.
Yes.
Well,
Hello.
I appreciate you guys all being here. Jim, Lynn, Kat, Kit.
Hello.
You know what? You guys tell us where you're from too, because I did see Yvonne here from Athens, Greece. She's here. I know Lynn. She's from Pennsylvania. I know quite a bit here. Alice. No, this is Alex. Yvonne, but it's okay. How are you?
Yeah, good. Sorry. Good.
Oh, good. So nice to see you.
And how are you?
Very good. Just dealing with the heat out here. It's very hot.
Yes. How much?
It is about 100 degrees here.
Okay. I hadn't converted in Celsius degree, but
Right. So before, maybe we could rewind the clock. Who was Alex before you had your stroke?
Yes, I was studying in translation. I was in degrees master 1 translation. I English and Spanish to French, and
Oh yeah.
my cheat sheet. Yes, we had to find an internship in the second semester in a foreign country whose inhabitants speak one language we control. I chose Spain. I did my internship as a receptionist in a hotel. That was in the south of Spain, in Andalusia, in the east. My hotel was in a town. We are in the Mediterranean Sea.
Right.
So I go in a club, go in the sea. That was calm before the storm.
Right.
And,
oh yeah.
Yes. At the end of 2011, during my sleep, my strokes started. the day before, I was behind the counter waiting for my client. I had many symptoms. Ah, Deborah, your accent is beautiful and so sexy. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I love
Uh, I had many symptoms, but I thought it was stress, whereas I wasn't stressed. I wasn't more stressed than the average people. Um, I lost the vision of my right eye during 30 seconds.
Wow.
I had later I had tingling in all my right side. You had it too?
Yeah, in the middle of the night for you though.
No,
Oh,
the day before. The
oh,
day
okay.
um, on my in my work as a receptionist.
Right.
Um, when I was eating, so my tingling stopped. Um, 30, 30 seconds after, and when I was eating, I tried to say something at the restaurant receptionist.
Right.
I I, I spoke uh, Spanish easily, um, much quicker than I speak now. I speak Spanish now,
Wow.
even now.
Wow.
My partner, Spanish partner, I recover little by little, but I I'm still behind the level I had before my stroke. But so I tried to say something at the restaurant receptionist, but my voice flew away.
Ah,
I was mute
yeah.
during 1 minute. I was. He said, the receptionist said, you're stressed. Yeah, you're stressed. Calm down, and you see everything would be okay.
Right.
Um, I went. I went to see my receptionist manager to tell him what had happened, and he said the same thing as the restaurant receptionist. Um, Maybe it's because of stress.
Wow.
Don't worry. So I was reassured. So um, I had go to work the day after. So I set up my alarm. Um, the stroke started when I was asleep. Um, so my alarm rang. Um, I woke up. I was so exhausted, so exhausted that I slept again. That is not in my um, I I I'm not like that normally. Um, I my alarm rings and um, I'm um, ah well yes I'm good and you um
Exactly. There was one, I don't want to change it. This comment here. Can you see the comment right there I put up?
yes yes bonjour, ça va bien et vous? Um, and yeah and I set my alarm and I wake up as soon as it rings. So that was not in my okay. Um, so I slept. Sorry. Uh,
No, take your time. Take your time.
so I was completely mute. No, yes, I was completely mute, but I was stunned. So I thought it will be a day like every other day.
Sure.
I,
Wasn't.
I'm not conscious that I was mute. You are the doing happen. Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah. Nice to see Mike's from nice to see you. He's from South Wales, United Kingdom. Leonardo, nice to see you from Brazil.
Mask is from Wales. Mike.
From Wales. Yeah, he's from South Wales.
Okay. Good. uh, um, yeah, 1 or 2 hours later, I woke up. My one right hand was tingling.
Yeah.
I tried to go to the bathroom. I was completely unbalanced, so I held onto the right wall with my left hand.
Right.
When I arrived in the bathroom, I collapsed. I looked at the ceiling and I fainted.
Wow.
Luckily, I had unlocked the door. So that was when one of my flatmates
Right.
entered and saw me on the floor and having seizures.
Oh, wow. So how long did you be in the hospital?
In Spain.
Oh, okay.
I was in a hospital in Spain. It in between my start of a stroke and my treatment.
Right.
It around 24 hours.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So the reception manager of the reception
Right.
came to see me, and I was mute, and I saw him, and I remember all that have been said,
Right.
and he told my flatmate that I was drunk. So I was the ambulance went to search me, and I was moved to a drunk tank, and the medical staff analyzed my blood, and they discovered I was having a stroke.
Wow. Wow. So they didn't tell but they thought you were drunk. Your people
Yes.
in the treatment. Wow.
Yes.
Crazy.
And I vomited 3 times in my flat. How do you say? In my flat.
Yeah.
And 2 times in the hospital. I'd like to say to them, I'm sorry, I've admitted because I didn't know I had a stroke. I didn't know I was mute.
Right.
I
How
was
old were you?
sound.
How old were you when you had your stroke?
22.
22. Yeah. 22 guy. Some of these questions here. Yeah. So you're tingling. Do you have any seizures still?
No. I had 3 seizures. The last one was when I was in London. Um, when had arrived in London, I had my seizures in front of of um, ah, tube station, tube station,
Oh,
metro.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Like a train. Like a train. The train or metro underneath.
Yes, underneath.
Yeah.
I don't know. And that were a lot of people, a lot, and I fall down and I had the same,
Mm-hmm.
um, my right side tingling of my
Wow.
right side
Wow.
and fall. And I,
Subway?
sorry?
The subway?
Yes, subway. Okay.
I enjoy. I was reading some of these comments. Marina and
Ah,
Leslie.
yes. Okay.
No, this is great.
Thank you, Marina and Marcel. um, and
Yeah.
I was mute, and I thought I um I'm making
Mm.
another stroke, but no, it was a
Seizure.
seizures.
Wow. So wow. So, but your balance was when because you're going in the subway.
Ah no, it was when I went out of the subway that my symptoms began to appear. Um,
Yeah.
they
Absolutely.
lasted 10 seconds and then poof.
Wow. So what happened after that? Did you? Did the,
Um, I, be, I thought it was an eternity before
oh.
someone um, went to see me and began to say, "How are you? You're well?" And I didn't. I was mute, and when I recovered my
Mhm.
speech, I the first word that came to my mind was "see."
Oh.
Um, yes, I don't know why, and so one ambulance went to take me,
Yep.
and that's it.
That's it.
I didn't pass the night in the hospital. I was I was how would you say that discharged
Yes. Okay.
3 hours later.
Wow.
Mm.
Well, they just get rid of you quickly.
Yes.
Wow. Good morning, guys. Thanks for being here. Any questions or anybody can speak Spanish or French? That's you. So, wow. So, what you got your master's too?
Yes.
Wow.
I guess 1 year after my stroke, I wanted to go back to my university. The um, sorry, um, yes, um, yes. I focus on written content. That's
Right.
what translation is for. Um, focus on written content, whereas the interpreters
Yeah.
focus on um, whereas interpret translate spoken language orally.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I could still translate, but my I don't know how we say this in English. My rehabilitation doctor
Right.
said that I would not be able to have my diploma ever, never ever. And
Terrible when
uh,
they say that.
either way, yes, either way, I come back to my salud, aloha,
Um,
to you
Mar-
too.
Marina's asking, what type of stroke did you have, and did you have to relearn to walk again?
Yes, I had ischemic stroke.
Right.
Yes, I have a FIJ.
Yeah. And
Why I would talk English fluently. And it was more either for me to speak Spanish, but
well, I can see Deborah, you're saying that. Ciao bella ragazza?
I will but Italian. No, I don't speak Italian. Italian.
Yes. Oh, okay. Listen.
Yeah. So 1 year after, I
Right.
go back to the university. I was stubborn, and I am still stubborn.
Yeah.
That's what as that good because I didn't hear the doctor. How many times doctors were wrong?
Right.
So uh, I did my master's second year in 3 years,
Wow.
and I obtained my master.
Wow. That's
I
impressive.
did a big thesis and
What?
salut. Yes, estoy bien. ¿Y tú? ¿Cómo es? Where are you from? I don't know if you know Le Mans, Marina. Where are you from? From? Um, ah, okay. Ah, okay. Sorry, I read the comment of Eza.
Right.
Okay, cool.
And you have an awesome shirt.
Ah, yes, thank you.
Sure, I love that.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, did you go through any? These comments are great. Lived in France for 5 years. My dad was in the army. We were in Fontainebleau.
Where? In which city? Oh.
Yeah.
My grandma's family is from Cadiz, Spain. I did my internship, my second internship when I was when I was after stroke,
Mm-hmm.
2 years after stroke in Cadiz.
Right. Wow. Yeah. And Heather, yeah, 2011.
Yes, like you, no?
2010. Close.
Yes.
Yeah. But, yeah, where can I get that shirt? People want to know where they can get that shirt. Nick James, nice to see you.
In my website, where can I get that shirt? In my website, apostrophe.com. I have suppliers in US too.
Right.
So
What's the name of it?
apostrophe.com.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Kelly.
Wow, look at all this. That's great. Wow. I'm sure Salu's pretty good at figuring out where the. Please post that, Terry. Okay, let's see. How would I say that again?
22. Sorry.
No, let's do that. Yes. The website is, let me see, www. What is it? www? No.
APOSTROKE.com.
Okay, I got this. I'm putting this right here. Okay, let's see if I did this right. And, okay, here is it. Is this it right there? Whoa. Poststroke.com.
I have no an E at the end. Um, Apostrophe
Oh, there it is. The
with a
Kelly got it. Is that it there? Kelly did it?
STRUKE.
Oh, STRU.
No, APOSTRUOOKE.
Oh, two
So,
O's.
like, no, yes. What has written Kelly, that's almost good.
Oh,
It
but that would be an E on the end.
needs an E at the end.
Okay. In Espanol. Oh,
You want me to spell the website in Espanol?
I think salute. Is that what you want? Oh,
No.
no. It,
Um, ah, APOSTROKE.com.
what's it? Okay. This is slow. Okay. This is so funny. We're just gonna do this stuff like this. Nice to see you, Gary.
Um,
So let's see here.
yes,
So did you go through any of the what do you call it? The depression and all that?
the cause of my stroke, Spanish neurologist
Mhm.
said to my parents that is for Tourette syndrome. I have Tourette syndrome.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I did that. I began to do this stick around 10 at
Right.
around, and
Oh,
I've still done that
right.
until the stroke.
Wow.
But
Wow.
I still do that. Um, I I I try to not do this stick, but you know.
Yeah, yeah. It's so funny. Did we mention it, or did maybe? Well, let's see here. Leslie, can you see Leslie's comment? She's saying, how is your new little one? Did we mention that in the beginning? I'm just so lost.
Well,
Let's see here. And I think, and Bo, nice to see you. And she had her stroke in 2011.
Leslie, yes. I talk about, to Leslie.
Oh, you
That I
did?
was
Good.
pregnant. Yes.
Oh, nice.
In,
That's so nice. Well, I'll get this.
yes, good. Thank you, Leslie.
Yes. But, yeah, okay. So I stay started. I'm looking, Barbara. Nice to see you. Nice, everybody. If we don't know, tell us where you're from.
France.
You have a short-term memory for your young woman. So yeah. So you did go through like like why me?
Why?
Like someone like if, when I had my stroke, I said why me? Why did this happen?
Yes.
You did.
Mm.
Nice, Bo from Norway. That's it.
Hi.
Yeah. So, oh, go ahead.
Okay, but that's all. But um,
I don't know where that is, Bo, but it's good that you're here. But
yes.
yeah. So
Uh,
you
I thought about it. Why me? But I I learned to put the stress away,
good.
to go on, to move on.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. But then now you have a partner with your and this
Yes,
two kids,
yes. One was with 4 years and a half,
right?
and one with 3 months.
3 months. Wow. Wow. That yeah, that must be fun. I bet your 4-year-old or 4.5-year-old probably just loves with watch the little baby.
Yes. Um, I have a YouTube channel, and now I interview people, young stroke survivors, and I had one girl that is that was 26, and that told and who told me that she had a stroke at 3.
At 3, wow.
Yeah,
Wow, that's young. Wow.
yeah.
And she's
And
23 now. Wow.
one had a stroke in utero. No, yeah.
Really?
Mm.
Wow.
That happens. Stroke
Is it,
in utero.
yes. It is kind of crazy that um, there's because I had one gal that she was 15
Ah,
and she had 2 strokes as a freshman
oh,
in high school. That's true, Kelly. Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. So you keep yourself busy during how was it during the pandemic
Uh,
for you?
I don't know. I don't know. It was it is a reason.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
I know in France, at least it has a reason.
wow. Like now?
Now, yes.
Wow.
Um, Before that was lit- stable, steady,
Yeah.
stable, stable, but now it has risen. I know that one German has COVID, and
What?
all my family, no, almost all my family has COVID because we went to my sister's wedding two weeks 2 weeks ago, and luckily my my first daughter and I didn't have COVID.
Wow. Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
um, I would I would like to talk to you about my witness witness speech, because
Yeah.
I to do a witness speech, and I um,
Oh, it's okay.
uh, I realize that there are still room in my memory, because I read my speech at least 10 times, and I remember. Um, can I?
Yes, please do.
See, I remember almost all of this extract
Wow.
in French, at least. Okay, thank you. Let me, yeah. So when we were children, my sister and I drawed dresses. So like we were designers,
Sure.
and we created asymmetrical dresses. And
Wow.
here, here is what I said. You had nothing to envy Evan, to Picasso and Braque, but it doesn't matter that life is asymmetrical today, where you are in perfect harmony with yourself, and it will not be Thales and Pythagoras.
Wow.
You know, um, who will come to refuse my statement. The letter was a little misguided when by saying that AC squared equal BC squared more AB squared. For me, AC squared equal love squared more love squared. For any advice in mathematics, contact me.
Wow.
And that I remember almost all of it by
Wow.
heart. So I, um, I recovered um, some words, some um, elegant words,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
there's still room. So
Wow. Good for you.
mm,
Do you have do you have any deficits now?
aphasia, and I can't use my hands, and,
Wow. Okay. And I
and
know, and
I limp a little.
yeah. Okay. So yeah, I completely understand.
Um,
Do you see Tamara's comment there?
do you find it easier to speak your French than articulating English? Yeah, I have a time articulating English. In French, that is okay. Now, since I had intermittent fasting, I don't know if I had talked to you about it.
I don't remember you mentioned.
Ah, okay. In 2018, I began intermittent fasting because I still weight to lose.
Hmm.
I had gained weight during my pregnancy of my first child,
Right.
and I decided to do intermittent fasting without knowing that it would be um,
Wow.
um, it, it regain the word.
Oh.
So I I began to do it, and the day after, I noticed that a lot of words. I recovered a lot of words.
Wow.
My sentences were fluid.
Oh. Good.
Um,
Because of
Before
that.
the I made no,
Wow.
and then that was more fluid. My brain was not foggy. Um,
Wow. Because of intermittent fasting.
yes, and I search on internet, and um, many articles said that intermittent fasting multiplicates
Hmm.
the number of neurons we create every day. So that has increased. Yes, intermittent fasting. I fast three 3 days by a week, but now I have stopped because I am breastfeeding. Um, Bien, Jocelyne, bien et toi? Um, uh, ouais, but before I did intermittent fasting 3 days a week.
Wow.
Um, I fast totally with water. Um, seven, 16 hours. I stopped at 2 p.m. Sorry, and I begin again at 6 a.m. and yes, and 2 books I've read said that intermittent fasting is perfect for health. Is miracle, a treasure for health.
Wow. Intermittent fasting. I don't. You.
Always believe. As
Oh, is that what Jocelyn's saying?
yeah, always believe.
Oh, okay. I couldn't figure that one out. Sorry. 2 books. I'm impressed. Yeah.
I read a lot of books.
Wow.
My book.
Wow. So do you have? I see. So do you take? You haven't had seizures in a while now, right? No seizures and.
No. My last seizure was in 2014.
Okay. Yeah. No diabetes. Yeah, interesting.
So you stopped med and talk well. I don't understand properly.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But do you take meds now? Medication?
I took meds since my first seizures.
Right.
I take Keppra and lamotrigine.
Oh, Keppra. How much Keppra do you take?
600 morning and 600 evening. And lamotrigine 100 morning, 100 evening.
Wow. Yeah, I take Keppra too.
Okay.
3,000 milligrams. A lot.
Okay.
15 in the morning and 15 in the evening. See, how do you get it? Yeah. What caused you? What do you think caused your stroke at that age? Like you see Kelly's asking how do you get over this big hurdle? But.
How do you? Tourette syndrome.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's the reason.
So, according to what I said, Spanish neurologist.
Wow.
Can I talk about tandem application?
Yeah.
I think it would help many of aphasia stroke survivors.
Yeah, that would be great. I looked it up yesterday. That was amazing. So yeah, you can talk about that for people that have aphasia.
I'm addicted. Tandem, the application Tandem is global language exchange community. I have connected with Indians who speak Hindi, one Sri Lankan who speak Tamil. I want to improve my Hindi, and my English, obviously, and that's interesting because they talk about their culture, they talk about their city. Yes. Sorry.
Was that? Did you mention active? Okay. It's called Tandem. TANDEM.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for me, yes. For me, it's like a neuron that has many links with other neurons.
Right.
for example, the first neuron is your maternal tongue, maternal language. And if you learn the traduction of one sentence in your monotone tongue in Hindi, for example, that makes another connection. And if you learn the same sentence in another language, that
Right.
makes another connection. And if you are and that be if you learn it in many languages, you will remember that sentence. You understand?
Yes.
And,
Wow.
it yeah.
So do you use it all the time? Well, you
Yes,
say that, yeah.
I'm addicted
Wow.
because I'm into languages and I'm into knowing the culture of everyone in the
Sure.
world, throughout the world.
Wow. Good for you.
I think it will help aphasia
Yeah.
survivors
Yeah.
a
So
lot.
today's the last day of Aphasia Awareness Month
Uh,
in the in the United States. It's Aphasia
ah,
Awareness Month. June.
yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And there are some events.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I know a lot of people here that. Oh,
Oh,
Leslie, Alex, you're doing great.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah. It's like the Rosetta. You can get through your aphasia. Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm not sad because of my aphasia. I I go with the flow.
Sure.
Mm.
No, that's great. So what would you tell somebody that's you you exercise? Yeah.
Um, static bike
Yeah.
and can I go
Yeah.
to?
Certainly. Thanks for being here, you guys. Appreciate it. Um, Asia.
That's
Oh,
it's 2 kilos.
right.
It's a bracelet.
Oh, okay.
And I do that until I'm dead.
Yeah.
I try to do it as often as possible.
Oh, good for you. Use that on your leg.
Uh, above all of on my arm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. And we talked about it. You have some subluxation.
Yeah, I try to lift it, but normally I'm like that.
Right. No, yeah. Yeah. Wow. So, on your arm, yes. So what do you tell people that the new people, there's a lot of new stroke survivors, or some that are still thinking, why did this happen to me? How do they go? What would you tell them to tell them
um, I wrote a big paragraph, but
right?
I will read it quickly. Um, 11 years after my stroke, I can no longer speak French elegantly. I am gradually recovering my language. Um, I wrote beautiful sentences before. I was well spoken. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, life is too beautiful to give up. Um, I go with the flow. I'm not in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
I learned who my real friends are. That's the one that stayed with me, and not the one that leave because I had some health problems. That when you see the false and the real friends,
Right.
um, be proud to be there. I make action with what life still brings brings me. Um, well, yeah, we have good and bad times, like every other, trauma or not. What matters is how you approach it and live it. Um, Depression is the first handicap ahead of stroke. I was very depressed
Right.
because of my Tourette syndrome. One person mocked me at um, for 3 years,
Right.
mocked me, and that my moral went down. So I yes, I read very often. When
Good.
will I get when will I get my all my limbs back? I read it very often.
Yep.
Um, that is when will I not be disabled again?
Right.
We have a trauma big or small that will never completely disappear. Be happy to live in the United States.
Absolutely.
Because in France the administration is even harder with people with disabilities. Uh, who, who mocked me one bullying yeah, when I was in college.
Wow. Crazy.
When I was school between 11 and 14 years old, I don't know what. It's called in United Kingdom. It's called college. I think
Oh.
in US it's called what? The school when between 11 years old and 15 years old.
Yeah. Then junior high school, middle school, and then
Or,
after that, there's high school.
a bullier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Could
Yeah.
you hold your that weight again? So, is there the weight that you're yeah, someone was asking that, and then she wanted to know if you could hold up the that weight.
No. No. Yes. Um,
There, someone wanted to see it,
I can't hold up a belt,
right?
but I wrap my arm with my 2 kilos bracelet.
Okay.
Yes.
It's quite a bit of work.
Yes. French people who have a disability are reminded every day that they are disabled.
Wow. That's yeah. I can't imagine being mocked.
Yes. I, that
But
is very hard because we build or we are still building our personality. We are
yeah,
still unstable. So mm,
well, you're doing great.
yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Um, any other last words on there you want to mention?
Um, Yes. Um, I think that life is made by on obstacles.
Okay.
Um, when ah, what would be life if we hadn't obstacles? You
Right.
know,
Yep.
um, life would be boring if
Yeah.
we. I
Absolutely.
so it is up to us to bypass the obstacles or not.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
love it.
my last sentence.
That's, yeah.
Thank
That's,
you.
yeah. Yvonne, thank you. Well, for Alex. That's great. Well, Cash, this is great. I appreciate you being on the show.
Thank
Such
you.
an inspiration. And your YouTube channel. What's the name of your YouTube channel?
Apostrophe, the same as my
Okay. Okay. Um,
APOSTROKE.com.
perfect.
But
Yeah.
I made two videos in English.
Ah,
I I uh, I have to make more.
yeah, I'd love
But
to see him.
yeah.
Wow. And you're interviewing other survivors.
Um, can you repeat this?
You're interviewing other stroke survivors.
Yes, but I'm afraid to do the interview with Anglophone,
Yeah.
because um, I'm I'm not speaking English perfectly, fluently, and
Uh,
properly. So
you do a great job.
thank you. At
Yeah.
least I am understandable.
Yeah. Yeah, you are very. Absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, it's okay, Robin. You can always go back. Hashtag replay. Um, but yes, Maurice, well, thank you for sharing your story. I really do appreciate that as well.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, absolutely.
I was
It,
very glad.
uh, it was a long time ago when we
Yes.
met up and did similar type show.
Mm, yes.
But you're so anybody, yeah, I know,
Thank you.
absolutely. Well, that's awesome. You did a great job, and you are such an inspiration. And we'll definitely stay in touch.
Mm.
Um, and I appreciate all the comments you guys hear. And um, well, it's a long one there, Heather. I've never been long, but mm, wow. All right, it's all quiet because we're reading this. Yes, absolutely. Oh, they're going. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Tammy.
Exactly. Robin loves your accent. Well, that's great.
Mm. Thank you, Robin.
Exactly. Well, you guys, we will see you later. And Alex, I really appreciate it again. Thank you for
Yes.
sharing your story and telling us about Tandem. Um, we asked, so we
Ah,
yeah.
yes.
And so,
Mm.
all right. Speaking as
Let's
normal,
see how it makes you. I'm sure it will make you improve. Um,
the the
I-
app.
yes. People who have aphasia.
Yes, yes. That's right, David Caps. Very nice smile.
Mm. Thank you.
Yes. Well, okay, you guys and gals and everybody. Thank you for being here, and the wonderful Alex, as usual.
Thank you.
You bet. We'll see you guys. Take care. Thanks for being